I was accepted into the Disney College program, and this is my role reveal. As many of you know, when you're given an acceptance for the Disney College program, they don't actually tell you what you will be doing in the park, and you don't find out your exact job until about a month out from arrival. Up until this point, we really didn't know what we'd be doing for the 8 months we're in the program, which is very nerve-wracking. There are over 20 roles you can get in the Disney College program, and there's a wide array of locations from resort properties to any of the parks to Disney Springs, and within any of those parks, there's a multitude of roles you can get. Anything from quick service to custodial, to merchandise, to attractions, to lifeguard, to photographer, to resort concierge. There's so many different roles, and we honestly had no idea what we would get. I think it really changes your experience in the Disney College program based on where your location is, who your leaders are, who your coworkers are, what your day-to-day hours and job responsibilities are. So the role was a really big deal for us, and I'm really excited that I now know mine. Prior to receiving our roles, we sent out a Google form to 140 of our friends, just wanting to see what people would predict we would get. So these are those results. Out of the 140 people who responded to our survey, 49 people thought I'd be a Photopass photographer. And then the second most predicted role was character attendant. And then there was a tie for third place for resort concierge and costuming operations. Now, looking at locations, the top predicted location was Magic Kingdom with 36.4%. And that's kind of expected considering that people who don't know a lot about Disney, when they think of Disney World, kind of think of Magic Kingdom. And then second was Hollywood Studios. All my friends know I love Tower of Terror, so I was expecting that to be number one, but I'll take it as a close second. And then there was actually a three-way tie for third place for top locations, which is Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and a resort. Now, being the nerd that I am, I wanted to look at the data a little bit closer. I do have 4 bachelor's degrees, and I guess this is the outcome of those. I wanted to look at the combo of location and role, which had the highest amount of votes, and that narrowed it down to Photopass Photographer at Hollywood Studios, which 17 people thought I'd be a Photopass photographer at Hollywood Studios. That is 12% of the total people who responded to this poll. Crazy. So now to get into the actual reveal, my role is I'm gonna be a Photopass photographer at Epcot. She's the prettiest girl in school.
The Epcot ball.
So I'm gonna be a Photopass photographer in Epcot. This is actually insane because 5 people actually predicted that. That is 3.6% of all the people who responded to the survey. 5 people got it. Shout out to those 5 people. Also in this role, I'll be able to pick up at any of the other parks. So I'll be able to work in Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom and anywhere on Disney property, which is so exciting. If I could tell my 6-year-old self, oh, you're gonna get to take pictures of people at Disney as your job, I feel like I'm a part of a cult because I'm so emotional about it, but it's a really cool job and I'm really excited to, get to make people's magic a little bit magical. That didn't make any sense, but I love taking photos of people, and I did get a bachelor's degree in photography, so I think that did help. Something funny is on the application I actually put I didn't want to be Photopass photographer. It was a mishap when I was submitting my application. And I feel like that's part of the reason I got it, because they had to make a special note that I actually did want to do it. So, reverse psychology on Disney might actually work. So if you see me in Epcot, please come up. I'll take the best photos you'll ever have of yourself. You'll want to frame them and make it your wallpaper in your house, not on your phone. Wallpaper in your bedroom. That's my goal with the photography I take. So I'm going to be a Photopass photographer around the World Showcase, as well as at the front entrance at Nemo, bunch of places around the parks. I'll get to work with characters. I'll get to work with drunk people. I'm absolutely ecstatic. I was honestly expecting to get merchandise because I have retail experience, and I think it's so cool that I get to take photos of people. Merchandise would be cool still. Shout out to all those other roles that I didn't get. Still going to be amazing for everyone else who got those. But Photopass, in my opinion, is going to be pretty sick. So, yeah, let's go into Thomas's roles and his predictions and what he ended up getting.
It's role reveal time. Sydney's top 3 that she was hoping for were Photopass Photographer, Attractions, and Vacation Planner. And over time that kind of changed, but those were the 3 that we were targeting going into the phone interview. Next up, going on to the roles that I wanted for myself, my number 1 role I wanted was Attractions, specifically one of the really cool rides like Haunted Mansion. I would love that, but that's kind of a pipe dream. I know a lot of Attractions roles are not that cool, but that was my top 1. Number 2 was Resort Concierge, and number 3 was Vacation Planner. So those were my top 3 roles that I really wanted during my interview and what I was targeting for and what I was talking about in my interview a lot. The number 1 role that people thought I would get was Resort Concierge with 27 votes, which is 19.3%. My number 2 role that the majority of people picked was Attractions with 20 votes. And this was really interesting. For number 3, there was a dead split between Photopass Photographer and Character Attendant with 16 votes each. And that's interesting because I never talked about that in the video, and that was not on my top 3 list, but I would like either of those roles. So those are good guesses. Thank you very much. Next up, for where I would be working, in the first few hours of this poll, the first 40 or 50 people who answered, 60% of people thought I was going to be in Magic Kingdom, which was crazy. But by the end, with the full 140 votes, the top location was Magic Kingdom, but only with 27.9% of the votes. And in second place was Resort Hotel with 35 votes. And in number 3 was Epcot with 22 votes. As far as the combination of my top role and location, what people guessed the most frequently, number 1, 8 people voted I would be a character attendant at Magic Kingdom, which was 5.7% of people all agreed on my role and location, which was crazy. For my role, drum roll please,
I got my role and it's Resort Concierge at Saratoga Springs.
I walk, I talk, I lope, I gallop.
Oh my god, that's another great role. That's so exciting. I have never been to Saratoga Springs as of right now. In a day, I will have gone to Saratoga Springs because we're going to Orlando to check out houses. But I've never been to Saratoga Springs, so I don't know exactly what it's going to be like. But from all the research I've done, it's a really peaceful, beautiful resort. It's a really nice deluxe resort, so I'm very excited for it. It's horse girly. It's all about horse races. And it's apparently very lovely. So I'm excited for that. I think I would be great for Resort Concierge. That is not a role that I expected to get. I really thought I was going to get Attractions. But honestly, I'm really happy I got Resort Concierge because I get great air conditioning. I get to hang out in a beautiful lobby and have nice, pleasant interactions with guests. I'm really excited. I really think I will fit in well at Saratoga Springs. So I'm so excited for our roles. I cannot believe how lucky we were getting roles that were on our top 3 and great locations. This is going to be awesome. So one of our friends guessed that I would be Resort Concierge at Saratoga Springs and guessed that Sydney would be Photopass Photographer at a different park. So they got her location wrong, but they got my role and location correct and her role correct, which is crazy accurate. So they're getting a free ticket to Disney World. And another one of our friends guessed that Sydney would be Photopass at Epcot and that I would be Resort Concierge, but at a different resort. So again, one person's role and location was correct, and the other person's role was correct. And so both of them are getting tickets to Disney World. We're just going to give 2 away instead of 1. I'm so glad people were this close. I think it shows that people know us really well. I'm really glad that we were able to get roles that represent us enough and fit well enough with us that our friends also agree that we should have those roles. I think that's pretty cool. If you have ever worked at Saratoga Springs or as a resort concierge, I would personally love to hear your experience working in the DCP. Also, if you've worked Photopass, especially at Epcot, I'm sure Sydney would love to hear your experience. We're so excited to meet everyone from the Disney College Program Fall 2024 cohort. We're so excited to move to Orlando. Literally in 10 hours, we're getting on a plane, going to Orlando, renting a car, and just checking out as many houses as possible because we need to find a place to live. We're moving in 3 weeks, driving across the country in a 26-foot U-Haul. So this is a really crazy time in our life, but we're so excited to be working and living at Disney World. We're finally going to live in Orlando. Thanks for coming along with us. If you like our videos, subscribe. We're going to make a lot of videos while we're in Orlando. I can promise you that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.